Are you ready for 2025? I want you to stay with me for the next few minutes as we look into the answer to this question. Hello, and welcome back to Resilient Break Every Chain with your girl Resilient Susanna. It's been a pleasure sharing with you about faith. The feedback was so tremendous. My heart is blessed. I am happy that so many of you were inspired, encouraged, and that you shared that with me. It gave me the strength, the determination to continue on this journey of empowerment. And when you share with me, I too am encouraged, I am empowered, and it gives me the zeal to keep going. This afternoon, or it might be night when you're reading this, or morning, or whatever time of day it is for you. For me, it is afternoon. I just came from the preschooler at work, and I made sure to take the time to create this video for us, our resilient family. At this time of the year, many people are planning. Some people have already planned, because I too believe you should have already started doing most of your planning and preparation between November and December, so that January would not find you in a place where you're not sure where you're going. But for those of you who are late getting out the gates, and this year I too am a bit behind, so I understand where you might be. It is never too late to put things in place. Take my word for it. So I'm not only speaking to you this afternoon, but also to myself, because for me, I am transitioning, as I would have shared with you some time ago, into going fully into Resilient Empowerment Service. So there's a lot of planning and preparation to put in place. But we must ask ourselves the question, and the words were penned by Benjamin Franklin many years ago: if we fail to plan, then we are planning to fail. And the word of God also tells us in Luke that if a man is going to build a house, any man, well, he said a tower there, depending on the translation, he would first sit down and consider the cost, whether he's able to finish it. And that is in Luke chapter 14 and verse 28. Because if we don't plan, things can happen, things can get off course, we can get sidetracked, distracted, and not achieve our goals and our plans. And so at the beginning of this new year, 2025, we are here, we give God thanks, we are grateful, we are in the land of the living. And we must be asking ourselves the question, this time, should I be here in January of 2026, would have I accomplished anything that my heart would have desired to accomplish? Or did I set any goals, and did I complete those goals? So in order to finish successfully, we must put a plan in place. And you know, at Resilient Empowerment, we talk about body, soul, and spirit. So we want to set goals, at least one goal. If you want to share your goals with me, I would so love it. You don't necessarily have to put it in the comment section. You can WhatsApp me at 707-8726. Or you can also email me at breakeverychainfamily@gmail.com. I will be happy to hear with you and to partner with you on your goals as we support and pray for each other. So the goals we're going to be setting are one spiritual goal. You can do more than one, of course, but I don't want to stretch us. I want to be able that at the end of this year, we are able to say, I accomplished this. So if you have more than one goal, that's awesome. Congratulations to you. And you can share them all. But just say, for the persons who didn't put any goals in place, try with just one spiritual goal one goal that would cause your soul to grow, and your soul could be your mental, your academic, your relationship, any along these lines. Or you can set a goal for each one of these areas in your life. So your relationship goal might be to go closer to your family because you were so busy not getting things done that you didn't spend enough time with your family. So that could be a relationship goal, as well as academic goal will be your mental goal, to say, okay, I want to complete this course that I started, or I want to do X course in 2025. So your soul goals, because soul has our emotional dimension, our mental relationship, all these different dimensions to our soul, we can set goals also in these different categories. And then we have our body goals. So for people like me whose cheeks are getting all big and you're gaining weight and you're saying, oh my God, what is happening here? And you need to take stock of it. Then you can have a body goal or a physical goal, which would include probably taking better care of your health, losing a certain amount of weight, and all this type of thing. So you're setting goals in these three different areas because we want to be holistic. Remember, Resilient Break Every Chain is for women of faith and the men who love them. That's who I'm talking to, right? So that we as women know, okay, when we reach a certain age in our lives, and a lot of my followers and subscribers are around my same age. So here you are saying, hey, I need to stop and take stock of X, Y, and Z in my life. So we're going to be on this journey together. We can check in, we can email, as I said, we can WhatsApp. Pretty soon I want to create a community on TikTok so we can engage more and we can share more and we can be accountable to each other. So we are talking about setting goals. Now there are different strategies and methods that we can use to set goals. One of the strategies I love to use at Resilient is the SMART method of setting your goals. So we're going to take the next few minutes. You notice I'm trying to speak a little slower this evening because I want us to get this. It is so important. So we want to set our goals. We want to be smart in setting our goals, and we want to use the SMART method to set our goals. I took some notes because I didn't want to forget any part of it at all. Right? So SMART has been broken down, and each one of them would tell you something important about setting your goals, how you set that goal in order to make your goal more reachable. So SMART, the first S is specific. You want your goal to be specific. You want to define your goal. You want to make sure that, hey, this is what I want, and I'm going to be able to do this because I'm achieving this goal. What are the benefits for it, and why you want it? Define that goal clearly in your hand. Don't say, okay, I'm feeling it, but in your mind you're saying, I don't think I can achieve it. No. Examine yourself and decide, this is what I want to pursue. I'm going to be specific in writing it down. So you should have your notepad and you should be taking notes and saying, okay, this is what I want to do in 2025. And be clear about it. If it takes two parts, well, then you say, okay, I'm going to do A, I'm going to do B, but this is what I wish to accomplish. This is what I want to see myself doing at the end of 2026. That would give me a sense of achievement and a sense of satisfaction that, hey, this is what I set at the beginning of the year, and now at the end of the year I completed it and I am satisfied. So it's going to take some soul searching. It's going to take a lot of thinking to come up with this goal, because you don't want to come a few months down the road, you change your mind, because time would have been gone, and time would have, we don't want to say wasted, because anything we do, we either learn, we grow from it, we gain from it in some way, and nothing is a waste. I don't believe that. Anything we experience, we grow from it in some matter. We allow ourselves to be strengthened and taught, and so we are better because of it. But then we are setting a year goal, so we don't want that to happen. So be specific. Then the M is measurable. That goal, you must be able to say, okay, if it's that you're getting into sales like me, I must be able to sell 100 books by the end of the year, and it would have brought in a revenue of X amount of dollars. So I can measure my success, not by saying, oh yeah man, I made sales. No. Just as how the goal itself is specific, you need to be specific in what yardstick you're going to use to measure your success. If it's as we were saying in losing weight, you have to be able to say, well, I must lose 20 pounds. And at the end of the year, you lost that 20 pounds. So if you would have lost 10 pounds, you would be able to say, well, okay, I was halfway through fulfilling my goal, and I'm going to take it into the next period. In addition to that, you want to be the A. A is achievable. So in measuring that goal now that you have a measurement, you are able to see whether it's achievable or not. In other words, you're wanting to see, can I really do this? There will be pros, there will be cons, there will be challenges. So you want to look at all the challenges that may come up. Do I have the skills? Do I need to go back and study? Do I need to qualify myself? How can I do so? So in it being achievable, you need to measure all that it's going to take, the resources and maybe the human resources as well. So if you're a woman and you're going back to study, then how does this affect my family? And the time my husband come from work, who's going to be there to take care of the kids? We now have to rush to our family activities around my studies. Because when you make a decision and you're a woman who is in a family, married, in a relationship with kids and all of that, it does not affect you alone. It affects the entire family. So here it is now. You have to know, is this goal really achievable? And the cost, as Luke said, of achieving that goal. Is it going to affect our budget? Because now I have to buy books, I have to travel, I'm going to spend more time on the internet, I'm going to have to buy different tools and stuff in order to be successful. So here it is, in deciding upon this goal. Is it achievable, and is it achievable now? Sometimes when you reach this point, you realize, I can't do this year. Maybe I should put it off to the following year. Or I should start in January. I can start in May or April. Right? So it helps you to gauge when and why. Or sometimes you can say, I can have a first part to this goal and a second part. I can do the X amount this year and I can do X amount next year. So you have to be the one now to be able to see, yes, at the end of the day, I can achieve this. So it will take away from any stress and disappointment that could come on the journey down the road and make you want to give up. And so that's the reason for planning your goals, so that they can be something that you achieve without being frustrated and depressed at the end of the day. SMAR. R means relevant. Why am I choosing to go back and study? How is this going to benefit me? How is it going to benefit my family? Is it relevant now? Am I going to learn to sew now when people hardly ever go to seamstress anymore? They just buy clothes. So does it make sense to do a course right now in sewing? Or maybe I should do drapery instead, because drapery is always in demand. So is it relevant? Your goal must be relevant to the needs that you have and the needs of society in the whole, because when we learn new skills, we must always remember that our skills could be marketable. It can be beneficial. It can help, to benefit our lives and the lives of people around us. So whatever we're doing needs to be relevant. Relevant to us emotionally, relevant to us spiritually, and relevant to us physically. Our body, soul, and spirit is engaged in our goals, and therefore it needs to be relevant. Then we have T. time. Our goals we must set a specific time for our goals, because if you don't, so that's why we use in 2025. Am I able to accomplish this goal in the next 10 months? It's never good to use the whole period, because you have to be able to be flexible, give or take situations and circumstances. So let's say you're planning for 10 months. Am I going to be able to achieve this in the next 10 months? And if no, why not? And if I don't do it in the 10 months, is it something I can do and put it again as a goal for the coming year? Your time must make sense. It must take into consideration season. It must take into consideration the people around you, as I said earlier, and how their lives might be affected by this goal. So time is important. One of the dangers of not setting a time for your goals is that you tend to be, what should I say, lazy, or procrastination tends to come in a whole lot there. Because when we don't have a time, say I must start at 9 every morning, then you will be lackadaisical. You do it when you want, how you want. We move in our own time. So setting time is important to keep us on schedule. In fact, I have a weekly planner that I plan that goes by the hour. And I'm planning to use this because I'm a person who time management is crucial for me. So I'm planning to use it hour by hour to fill in what I have to do to help me stay on schedule. And just as how your day needs to be planned and be on schedule, your goals is part of your daily planning. What part of your day are you going to allot to fulfilling your goal, so that at the end of the day, all time accumulated, you would have achieved? If you want more information about this, I am encouraging you to contact me. I have programs, I have coaching courses that can help you on this journey to planning your life, what you want, what you desire. Because sometimes people end up feeling stuck and not knowing how to get from point A to point B. My links are going to be in the description. Feel free to reach out to me. I'll be so happy to share with you. So I'm going to just give a little recap, because we have spent some time together. I trust you took your notes. And also I'm going to be dropping in the link a free 5-step tip on how you're able to use the SMART method to plan your goals going forward. So it's going to be free. You just have to put your email in and download it to be able to access it. Or you can use my WhatsApp number and I can also send it to you. Some people just prefer WhatsApp. I can send it to you via WhatsApp as well. Right? So this is a free offer that I'm sending to you to help you plan your life, your future, and to ensure that at the end of 2026, we are celebrating together, resilient, happy, and excited, sharing the goals that we would have achieved on our journey 2025. God bless you. I love you. It's been a pleasure sharing with you, and I trust you would leave your comments in the comment section. And if this video have been a blessing to you, please share it with someone else as we continue to empower each other. Love and blessings. Bye for now.